Picture this. You're scrolling through your feed and there it is, a travel deal that seems too good to be true. This is where the myth of unbeatable travel deals begins. We've all been there, captivated by the allure of an unbelievable price drop. But let's debunk this myth right now. Not all travel deals are what they seem. In the world of travel, not everything that glitters is gold. Sometimes these so-called unbeatable deals are packed with hidden costs. From additional baggage fees to restrictive flight times, what initially appears as a bargain can quickly turn into a costly affair. Take, for instance, the infamous case of that all-inclusive Caribbean holiday that ended up excluding meals, or the budget airline deal that became a nightmare due to excessive layovers and hidden charges. So before you click that book now button, remember to read the fine print. It's not just about the deal, it's about the details. Ever put off a trip because you didn't speak the local language? Well, you might have fallen for our second myth. Hold up, world explorers. Many of us believe that not speaking the local language can turn our travel dreams into a nightmare. We often imagine ourselves lost in translation, unable to ask for directions, or struggling to order food at a local restaurant. The fear of language barriers can be so daunting that it discourages us from venturing into unknown territories. But let's debunk this myth right away. Communication, dear friends, goes way beyond just language. It's about gestures, expressions, and sometimes a simple smile. You'd be surprised to know how much you can convey with a thumbs up, a nod, or even a shrug. Plus, there's always the universal language of kindness and respect that transcends all linguistic barriers. Believe it or not, locals in most places are incredibly understanding and patient with travelers. They appreciate the effort you put into communicating, even if your vocabulary is limited to hello, thank you, and where's the bathroom? In fact, these attempts often lead to heartwarming interactions and memorable experiences. Technology, too, has made it easier than ever to overcome language barriers. Translation apps, language learning tools, and even picture dictionaries can come to your rescue when words fail. So don't let language fears keep you grounded, adventure awaits. Ever heard that off-season travel is always a bad idea? Let's unpack that. It's a common belief that traveling during the off-season is a no-go due to unpredictable weather or closed attractions. But let's bust this myth wide open, shall we? Firstly, let's consider crowds, or rather the lack thereof. Off-season travel often implies fewer tourists. This means you can enjoy popular attractions without battling long queues or jostling for the perfect photo spot. It's like having your own private viewing of the world's most beautiful places. Sounds pretty good, right? Next up, let's talk money. Off-season travel can mean cheaper flights, lower-priced accommodations, and even discounted entry to some attractions. Your wallet will thank you for choosing the less popular travel months. But what about the weather and closed attractions, you ask? Well, it's not all doom and gloom. Sure, there might be a little rain or a bit of cold, but it's nothing a good raincoat or a warm jacket can't handle. And yes, some attractions might be closed, but many others remain open all year round. Plus, off-season often brings unique seasonal activities like winter markets or spring flower festivals, which you would miss out on during peak season. So don't dismiss the off-season. It could be your ticket to a unique and budget-friendly adventure. How often do you hear about dangerous destinations you should avoid? Let's dive into that. Our fourth myth is all about the so-called dangerous destinations, places that are often painted with a broad brush based on generalized perceptions or outdated information. Sure, certain areas might have higher crime rates or political tensions, but it doesn't mean they're inherently dangerous to all visitors all the time. What we need to remember is that safety is relative. What's considered safe or unsafe can vary greatly depending on the individual, their experiences, and their comfort levels. For instance, a bustling city might feel overwhelming and unsafe to someone from a small town, while a resident of that city may feel perfectly at ease. So how do we navigate this? The key is good old research and proper precautions. Before you travel, do your homework. Look up current safety advisories, learn about the local customs, and read up on experiences of other travelers. This will give you a clearer, more nuanced picture of what you might expect. And then, of course, take the necessary precautions. Travel insurance, emergency contacts, understanding local laws and customs, these all go a long way in ensuring your safety. The world is a vibrant, diverse, and beautiful place, filled with unique cultures and experiences waiting to be explored. So don't let fear limit your horizons. With the right precautions, the world is your oyster. Ever thought that travel is a luxury only a few can afford? Let's bust that myth. Often, the idea of travel brings to mind images of opulent hotel suites, flights in first class, and dining at Michelin-starred restaurants. While these experiences can certainly be part of the journey for some, they are not the only way to travel. The reality is, traveling doesn't have to break the bank. Consider the rise of budget airlines, for instance. These airlines have made it possible to journey across continents on a shoestring budget. And then there are accommodations. While five-star hotels offer an undeniably lavish experience, they're not the only game in town. Hostels, for example, provide a cost-effective alternative. They're not just for backpackers anymore. Many now offer private rooms and comfort amenities. And let's not forget home exchanges. They can offer a unique and affordable way to immerse yourself in a new locale. By swapping homes with someone in your destination of choice, you can save on accommodation costs and live like a local. But perhaps the most crucial factor in affording travel is planning and saving. By setting a travel budget and sticking to it, researching the best deals, and saving a little each month, you can make your travel dreams a reality. So remember, travel isn't a luxury, it's a matter of choice and planning. Your dream trip may be closer than you think. So there you have it, 5 common travel myths busted. We've debunked the myth of unbeatable deals, reminding you to always read the fine print and that cheaper isn't always better. We've tackled the language barrier myth, emphasizing that communication is more than just language, and you can always find a way to connect. We've dispelled the off-season myth, highlighting that sometimes the road less traveled offers the most memorable adventures. We've addressed the dangerous destinations myth, underscoring the importance of staying informed and not letting fear limit your horizons. And finally, we've shattered the luxury travel myth, proving that experiences, not expenses, make the journey worthwhile. Remember, each journey is unique and the only limit is your imagination. Don't let myths and misconceptions cloud your travel dreams. Be a savvy traveler, do your research, and embrace the unexpected. What other travel myths have you heard? Comment below and don't forget to subscribe for more myth-busting travel content.